I did make the joke to Amir because this is like I think shot in Australia, or at least all the actors in Australia. And I asked Amir, I was like, "Do you think this movie needs subtitles?" He's like, "No." What do you mean? And I'm like, I can't understand half the shit they're saying. What's going on, guys? It's the What Would You Think crew, and we are back for a new review for A24's Talk to Me. It's me, Omid.
It's me, Amir, guys.
Amir, go ahead and let people know what this horror movie is all about.
Yeah. So this is a really new, great horror movie from A24 called Talk to Me, and it pretty much is following the character of Mia, who there is this new kind of social craze going around where instead of doing drugs, people get high on possessions.
Yeah, high on possessions.
Yeah, and I think this is a really, really fun, messed up horror movie that you guys need to see.
This is horrifying, bro.
So essentially what they're doing is there's this new mysterious object where it's this kind of ceramic hand that they say is the severed hand of a psychic that could talk to dead people. So what you do is you grab the hand,
grab hands like this, and you look and you say, "Talk to me." And then we don't want to give anything away, but you start seeing some pretty messed up things. You start seeing some messed up shit.
Yeah, you start seeing some nightmare fuel.
Yep.
And we're just following Mia and these like other college friends, and we're not going to give away too much, but from what you can tell, they're doing a lot of talking.
There's
a lot of dead people.
There's a lot of talking to a lot of dead people. Yeah, and I gotta say, for me, I know Amir's a bit more of like these horror possession guys. I like horror movies that maybe a bit more like the slasher or like a thriller. So for this one, it was a different type of movie for me, and I think it was not to say it was bad. I think just my only problem with it, I think it was a little slow. Because it's a 90-minute movie, and I remember I leaned over to Amir, and if you guys have seen Evil Dead Rise, it's another type of possession movie that came out recently. And I think when you compare the pacing of this versus that, this movie feels a little bit slow. But Amir,
they're both still they're like kind of different subgenres. But I think that you're like the perfect kind of litmus test where there are so many subgenres of horror, and not everything's always going to work for everyone. I honestly loved this movie. I think for the 90 minutes, you get so much bang for your buck. There's so much great character moments.
Because I told Amber, it was just we saw it on Saturday, and like, hey, this is like the first Saturday in a while we have nothing to do. You want to go check out the movie? And it's like, let's go watch it. And then as we're watching the movie, there are certain images and sequences throughout the movie. I just hear Amber say, "That's fucked up."
Yeah, and then
that's fucked up.
And then when you're seeing like everyone like start like audibly like groaning from the movie, you just see me and Omid.
You're so we're like, oh, is this wrong? Are we messed up for not being as disgusted as they are? It's like we've been desensitized from all these movies and video games. So there are pretty scary images in this, but I was like, we've seen a lot, so that didn't get us. But I can for sure see nightmare fuel being created from this.
And one thing I'll say that I think is so, like, what I respect so much about this movie is what it does kind of for the horror genre is it really kind of socializes the possession.
Which they've never, at least I've never seen a movie that's done it like this, where they had a group of like 6, 7, 8 friends, like, oh, we have nothing to do. Once our parents leave, everyone come down, let's do a possession party. You know,
like you're seeing TikToks or you're seeing on social media that this is
everyone's
like the craze there.
Everyone's filming on Snapchat. And like you literally see people's like body contort.
Great camera, like cinematography that they would have, like really nice Dutch angles. Beautiful camera movement. And I just think like, oh, that's such a great way to kind of make this a new modern kind of horror classic.
I think so. I mean, people have already been praising the hell out of this movie, and we're getting a sequel. They already greenlit a sequel, and I think they might have even said that this might have been one of the biggest openings for an A24 movie. I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, we saw it in a full packed theater, and this movie came out like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like almost I think a month ago, and people were still going out to see it. But Amir,
I'm giving it a lot of praise. I loved it. I think there's a lot of character moments and great commentary. What didn't work about you other than the pacing?
I do like the movie. I think for sure it is a very good movie. I was telling Amir there is a really amazing scene at the end of the second act with the possession of one character.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was, I thought, very, very good, and that to me was like that was very horrific and exhilarating and gave me a lot of anxiety. But I think after that,
they're probably closer to like the first act, I would say.
That was end of act. End of act 1. So that scene I thought was really, really good. I think after that it slowed down a little bit for me. So do we want to say what the scene is, or are we gonna try to keep it vague?
We'll just I think it's not too much of a spoiler. I mean,
so one of the younger characters, one of the younger brothers, Riley, does this possession, and they say, "Oh, let's only keep him on for 50 seconds because he's younger."
The one rule that they say is once you say talk to me, you let them in, and they're talking through you as a vessel, right? Mm-hmm. And they give you only 90 seconds. Like, oh, once you're past 90 seconds, the evil spirits aren't going to want to leave.
Yes.
So essentially they're a part of your whole life.
Yes.
Or they're a part of your experience until
it's almost like a symbiotic relationship. They want to stay inside you. So at this one scene, Riley, the younger brother character, gets possessed, and they do some really, really horrific and I think fucked up imagery.
Like if you thought Hereditary was bad with the classroom scene,
this is on crack.
This is pretty on steroids. Intense.
And I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
And I thought after that scene, I think it slows down just a little bit. And that was one of my problems with the movie, because I think after that it becomes a little bit one note in the regard where I think it's everyone's just like, all right, party possession. So for me, it felt like they were doing the same thing for a little bit long, because it's 90 minutes. So if you're using your finite amount of time to just do the same thing, I feel like that was kind of where one of my gripes were.
Would you say it was so after the Riley incident? Mm-hmm. I don't think they still did like party, because once Riley happened, the possessions were done. Or even that was when like the itch got real. Mm-hmm. So like no one was like doing it anymore except the one character, which I think there's really great commentary like on abuse and kind of like addiction.
Yeah, I think it's on addiction, schizophrenia, and suicide. Yeah. So I think those were the three things.
A lot of heavy, deep themes.
It was, and that was good. I guess I don't know. I mean, maybe possession movies aren't my. I mean, I still like the movie. I just feel like.
Yeah, I think the horror movies that you kind of prefer are probably the slashers or even the comedic horrors.
Because I mean,
maybe like Pearl.
And I enjoyed Infinity Pool. I think that was good.
I hated that movie. That movie was so bad.
But I think I like this movie. I think just for me, I think it was just a little bit slow. But other than that, I don't really have much gripe. I will say
acting is great.
Acting is really good. I did make the joke to Hammer because. This is like I think shot in Australia, or at least all the actors in Australia. And I asked Amir, I was like, "Do you think this movie needs subtitles?" He's like, "No." What do you mean? And I'm like, "I can't understand half the shit they're saying." But overall, it was really good. Did you have any gripes in the movie?
I didn't. I thought this movie was really, really good. Like because I thought once the big possession scene happens, it really is like shows you the stakes, and like you really do feel bad for characters and. We just see this amazing like downfall spiral, and I thought
it really makes you question your reality.
Yeah, like I honestly was never bored, and I think they do really great things with just possession in general, like questioning your own reality and the people around you. So I loved it. I think this movie is definitely worth watching. And if you're, I think, a little squeamish, maybe this movie might be a little too much. I think for us it wasn't bad, but I can see. Because I have even some coworkers who thought it was like, oh, it was a lot. They're like, oh, Amir, please don't watch this movie. This is nightmare fuel. So I went in expecting it to be really
maybe that's
scary.
Maybe that's why it didn't scare me as much, because I just went in with so much hype and hearing that it was super scary that your imagination will always be worse than what you see. Yeah. So I think maybe that's why I didn't get squeamish at all, but I can understand.
Yeah, I think for a majority of normal people,
does Alvin pass the test? Do you think he can?
I don't think Alvin would. Alvin, I don't think you could watch Talk to Me.
I think he can. Alvin, watch it, man. Let us know. But overall, give us your thoughts. What are your ratings?
I think this is a really, really like iconic horror movie, and it just came out. Like I loved Barbarian, but I had issues with that, and that was a recent one. X had issues with Pearl. I thought it was great. This I give like a 9. I loved this movie. I thought it was really good. 90 minutes. Like you can't beat a 90-minute movie.
I did.
Hollywood. 90 minutes is the sweet spot.
Bring back 90 minutes. Yeah, I told you as we were leaving, I'm like, man, we're actually going to see a movie that's less than 2 hours. Let's go. So that made me really excited. But I think for me, I really did like this movie. I think I'm landing somewhere around, I think, a B+. It's good. It's really good. I think there are some horror movies I saw recently that I liked more. I did like Barbarian.
Yeah, probably this is not so much your cup of tea kind of horror movie.
Yeah, but it's still good because I don't think Barbarian's a slasher by any means. I enjoyed that one more, and I did enjoy X and Pearl considerably more than this. But
X too?
X as well. I think X is really good. It has a lot of commentary on aging and beauty. that people will try to look past.
I'm happy you liked X.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really good. I give the movie a B+. I'm excited to see where they go forward in the future.
Yeah.
Amir, any other horror movies you're looking forward to? And then we got Saw X coming out.
Saw
Exorcist Believer.
Exorcist Believer. Yeah. We're definitely watching that. Yeah. That comes out, I think, near Owen's birthday, right?
I think,
it comes out like October 13th or 14th or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely watching that in theaters. We're very excited for it.
Horror spooky season's coming close, guys.
October is coming.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited. Like, this is a great horror movie to watch in theaters with the packed crowd. And I am just can't wait for more.
Because only me and Amir saw this movie. And Alvin, if you're watching this, we're bringing you to Exorcist. I love how Amir checked you with the Exorcist. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Of course I have, yeah. So I'm really excited. This has been the What Do You Think crew. It's me, Omid.
It's me, Amir, guys.
Take it easy, guys.
Have a good one.
See you soon.